Boys and girls, thank you for tuning in. Today I have a wonderful guest, Mr. James Worthy.
Hey guys, how you doing?
He's a very busy man, so I'm not going to keep him long, but I'm so thankful to have you on my show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. So we're just going to get right into it.
Okay.
All right, so tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, originally I'm from New York.
Okay.
Been in Atlanta probably going on 9 years now.
Wow.
I got family here, friends, the whole nine. I'm a music producer, songwriter, model, and actor as well.
Okay.
So I pretty much do it all.
Yeah.
I love entertainment. That's my life. So transitioned from New York to Atlanta, being that, Atlanta's like the music mecca now. Like everybody lives here. It's crazy. And of course it's cheaper, like New York is ridiculous.
What part of New York?
Queens.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I've personally never been in New York, but
Really?
Yes, but I heard like an apartment that's like 900 square feet is like $1,500.
Yes.
Whew.
Probably more.
That's why y'all hustle so hard.
You already know, like, I mean, now, like, you can buy a house for that kind of money.
Exactly.
Like, at least your mortgage a little bit less than that, but you're getting a full house. Like,
right.
There's an apartment. Get out of here.
Okay, well, that's cool. But being from New York, that used to be like the hip-hop capital, or it still is, really.
Yeah, it's one of them. Okay. But really, I would say Atlanta and LA are mostly like the go-to places now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But being from New York, that's where you got the whole vibe of wanting to do it?
Oh yeah. I mean, growing up, of course, in New York, you're like exposed to so many different things.
Yeah.
Especially music. Like there's all genres in New York, so you have no choice but to listen to it. And I took a liking to it, and for me, it was more of like beats and production that I was more intrigued with than the actual songs, which was kind of rare. A young kid, you want to hear the hottest new songs. Who's that rapping or who's that singing that song? But I was like, who's making the beats? They sound dope. So I started like studying different producers and songwriters, and I kind of took a liking to what they were doing.
Okay. How old was you when you started actually making beats?
I believe I was like 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you get into that though? Like, I mean, we all grew up on music, but like the actual beat part, like, did you just sit down? Do you play an instrument? Is that how you got started on the actual beats, or?
Yeah, I play keys.
Okay.
I would say, well, how it really started was my favorite hip hop group was Tribe Called Quest.
Okay.
So I love them off the rip, and then I love Q-Tip because he's the producer behind the Tribe. So I started listening to his stuff, and I think he's like the guru of sampling records.
Okay.
So I fell in love with his stuff, and then of course Timbaland came along, and Pharrell. Just all the producers who've paved the way and was innovative in what they were doing. So once I started studying them, then I got my own software. I got my own, pieces of equipment and started playing around with it. And actually, I started learning the software off of YouTube.
Get out of there.
Yeah, so like my first software was Reason. It's production software called Reason. And I learned it off the YouTube. Like, started using it, learned little tricks here and there. And as time went on, I had guys who were friends of mine that did beats too, and they started using Reason. And, at the time, FL Studio, which is Fruity Loops, was hot. Everybody wanted to use Fruity Loops, but I chose Reason and stuck with it ever since.
Stuck with it. Okay, that's cool. So you said you started when you were 16, but the crowd that you grew up with, were they into music the same way you were, or is this just something you found yourself intrigued with?
I think it was just me.
Okay.
A lot of the people around me, they weren't like musically inclined, or of course they're fans of the music, but they don't want to do music.
They don't want to go to the detail of it.
Yeah, or most of the time they want to be a rapper.
True.
It's not about making the music. So I just kind of did it on my own, studied on my own.
Okay.
And that's how we got started.
A little entrepreneur.
Yeah, got to start it.
Yeah. Who all have you worked with in the industry?
Man, from Truth Hurts, from Bobby Brown Jr., which is really his son, Bobby Brown Jr.
Good.
I've pretty much done all of his music.
Really?
He's really talented.
Cool.
We actually put out a mixtape last year called Champagne Nightmares. It's on datpiff.com. His dad hosted the mixtape.
Okay.
So it was dope. I did almost like half of the project.
Wow.
It's dope. It's really good music. I mean, he's a dope songwriter.
Okay.
He sings, he dances, he raps. Like,
He's his daddy's son.
yeah, like entertainer, just like his pops. So besides them, I mean, work with Don Cannon. Work with Ishii of Arrested Development.
Okay.
Dave Tolliver of Men at Large.
Wow.
Just a lot of people, you know, Youngberg. Man, who else?
So do they come after you, or do you seek them? Does your talent speak for you?
Pretty much, like a lot of times. Sometimes I reach out to them because there's just artists that I really want to work with.
Okay.
And, you know, I'll just reach out to them or the management and, you know, see what we can do. But a lot of times they reach out to me because either we have mutual friends, you know, because the industry is pretty small. Like, everybody knows everybody. Yeah. So, you know, word of mouth gets around.
Okay.
So, you know, it just really depends on...
You're a songwriter as well?
Yes.
Okay. And you work with... What kind of things do you have going on in the making right now, if you're able to speak about it?
So much. I'm working on Sarah Stokes from Making the Band.
Okay.
We are working on her new album, and we have a new single releasing pretty soon.
Okay.
Now with that situation, it's really unique because even though I'm doing all of her music, you know, it's pretty much just me and her. So I'm doing all of her music, but also we're working on a reality show.
Okay.
And the show is going to be airing on BET, and the name of the show is called From the Bottom Up.
Okay.
And you know, it's more of a positive show. You know, it's the whole cast of the show is all females who've, you know, been through things in the political system, entertainment, all of that stuff. So they've all been through stuff, and they're just like, you know, they started from the bottom, now they're coming back up strong. You know.
Yeah.
So the executive producers are Nikki Gilbert and Queen Latifah. So you'll see me and Sarah on the show working on music and stuff like that.
That's
so
cool.
That'll be dope. The song will be on the show as well.
That's what's up.
So yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
Besides her, I got Truth Hurts.
Okay.
We have a single coming out this year. Working on her EP. Who else am I working on? It's a new chick. Her name is Elise 5000. She's, I mean, worked from T-Pain to PD Pablo. Like, she's dope.
I think I saw her on your Instagram.
Yeah, you probably have.
Nice.
She's a dope artist. We actually just dropped a song like probably about a week ago.
Okay.
It's featuring a guy in LA. His name is Mucho De Niro. He has a big fan base out there.
Okay.
So it's just like a buzz record before we dropped the single. So, you know, working on her stuff. Arrested Development, Ishii of Arrested Development.
Wow.
We're working on her project. So just a lot of stuff, you know, film scoring, acting, modeling. I got a couple ad campaigns coming out this year for a couple clothing lines. So
good.
You know, you'll probably see me on your TV screen. You know, don't be surprised.
I'm gonna brag like, oh, I had him on my show.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. I am 27.
27. Ooh, you're young too.
Yeah,
you single?
I am.
Oh.
I am. I haven't been locked down yet.
Well, you are in Atlanta, the grown man's playground, like I say on all my shows.
Well, you know, they be hardcore out here.
Yeah, whew,
you
baby.
know, like.
Well, being in the industry, do a lot of women throw themselves at you?
For sure. For sure. But you know, I'm a different type of breed. You know, like I ain't with the groupies, and you know, you got to show me more than how you look.
Gotcha.
You know, it's a little bit more detail with me.
What is it about a woman that just pulls you in then?
You know what? I'm real big on personality.
Okay.
You know, like if we really can't connect, then you know it's no connection. You know, it's like how can we make it last? You know, so personality is big for me. Of course, you know I like a beautiful woman.
Of course.
I like you know, just people who have goals. You know, if you know, I want to see if you have goals in life, and you know, are you taking the necessary steps to get there? You know, and let's build together. that's what it's about.
That is what it's about.
Yeah.
But you're so young. You have time.
Yeah, I ain't rushing it.
Right.
We out here working and having fun.
Yeah, guys. Hustle and have fun at the same time is the best way to go. So,
For sure.
yeah.
For sure.
Well, I ain't gonna hold you on the women. So as he is single, but it's gonna be hard for you to just snag him. So.
Hey man, you gotta bring your A game.
You're right. Literally your A game.
For real. I would say just in producers' perspective.
Okay.
I see a lot of guys or a lot of upcoming producers who they always kind of fall into the wave of what's hot now.
Okay.
And I hate that because, like I said, it's not like identifying your own identity to you being your own producer and paving the way for, smaller kids and new producers trying to come up.
Right.
It's not really like authentic. And, I never listen to the radio unless, there's something that's dealing with me, not trying to be cocky.
Honest.
I don't really listen to the radio because, I would, that kind of like, it kind of messes up my focus, because I really can't be creative because then my mindset would get messed up to thinking like, okay, that was hot, that beat was hot, I don't want to make that beat. Let me not do that. So I don't even listen to it. I really, I listen to XM radio, like Sirius XM radio.
Okay.
Because they have like a dope, wide range of stuff.
Yeah, nice little
there.
mix.
Yeah, nice little mix. So that's pretty much all I listen to radio-wise.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm the same way. Like when I write poems, I don't really like to read others because I find myself mixing and trying to, keep up with what they like. So if I stay, secluded in my own mind, my creativity runs a little bit faster. So.
Yeah, I like to keep it fresh and, keep it innovative.
What did you grow up listening to?
I grew up listening to a lot. My core is R&B. I love R&B.
You look R&B.
I do?
Yeah, you got that nice little R&B, little bad boy.
But you know what? And it's funny you say that. Everybody always say I look like Babyface.
Oh my God, yes. A baby or baby face. He does, he does. God. Damn, I definitely see it now.
It never fails.
Wow.
I swear to God. Like, it's either Babyface, Kanye West, Fabulous, Jeremiah.
I see Jeremiah.
I don't get the Fabulous one. But maybe Babyface a little bit.
You get the Babyface.
Yeah,
oh,
like it's been real. Like I mean, I'll probably be in the mall, like I get stopped.
Huh?
And be like, are you related to Babyface? I'm like, nah, but thanks for the compliment.
Yeah,
But it be that real sometimes.
Okay.
But I mean, I say all the time, Drew Hill changed my life.
Really?
For real.
Wow.
Yeah, like them dudes was the stuff.
Okay.
Like I mean, Cisco. Like, that dude was a monster.
I guess the only thing I remember about Cisco is the thong song, to be honest.
I mean, thong song, incomplete, like, dude got hits.
I remember. And that gold hair.
Yeah, I mean, he set a trend with that, like,
He did. No, he did. Oh, my God, he did. And everybody was wearing thongs.
Yeah, I mean, he had the leather pants, the leather outfits, like, he started all that stuff. Like, I don't think he get credit for that. Like, he started all that stuff. And I mean, yeah, Drew Hill. Okay. That was my group, R&B wise. Okay. I always say they changed my life, man, because like, when I started listening to them and started making my own tracks, I was like, I always had Drew Hill in my mind. I was like, man, like just the feeling they brought when they did records and what they were talking about. It's like real R&B, real love, real substance when you listen to the records. So that always stuck with me. And there's plenty of other artists too. I can't name them all. So many of them. Of course. So many.
I couldn't even name them all.
But shout out to them though.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. I did want to ask you, what about being in the industry, back to piggybacking on what I was saying about the stigmata, like the Illuminati. Do you believe in that? Do you believe there's some substance to it, or do you just believe it's a level of illusion that individuals that didn't make it to that area have to feel comfortable about where they are?
I don't necessarily believe in Illuminati, but I believe in a higher source.
Okay.
But I don't believe in Illuminati. Like, I don't think there's like someone controlling, like controlling how successful you can be.
Okay.
Like, I just think that it's on you. I think it's about the opportunities that are presented to you and how well you take them.
Okay.
How well your drive is, and just for you to make things happen. Everybody can't be a Beyonce or a Rihanna or a Kanye, but they've done things and they've paid their dues to be where they're at.
Right.
What
is your views on all these rappers and singers are just gay and you have to have sexual favors with them to just even make it in the industry? Like, for example, the book Hiding in Hip Hop. Have you heard of that?
I've heard that before.
Yeah, like this young man speaks like, to just make it in the industry alone, you have to do certain sexual acts with different rappers and stuff.
Well, is it women that
Men.
have men? Okay. I don't know too much about that.
If you were approached.
But I mean, I've heard of that stuff before.
Of course.
I don't know how true that is because I haven't seen that. But I mean, we live in a day and age where anything can happen.
That's true.
So you never know. Like, I mean, no shade, but we do got gay rappers out here.
Of course.
So I'm not putting it past nobody.
Okay. But if you were approached and they said, "Hey, look, you got to come on this yacht. You're gonna have to do some things, or you just gonna have to just move back to Queens."
Hell no.
Good answer.
Like, I mean, look, I make my own opportunities. I do what I gotta do. I ain't gotta do nothing with no other man. I don't worry about no other man. I worry about me.
Right.
So if we gonna do business, then let's do business.
Right.
Let's make some money. If it ain't that, then most salute to you, brother.
Right, yeah. People have to use auto-tune?
You know what? They don't.
Good.
They don't.
That means you find good time.
I do not like auto-tune.
I don't either.
I don't. I mean, I use it in a mixing aspect. Like, for all the producers and technical people, when you're mixing songs, auto-tune is good to pitch correct notes. Like, if there's a note off of somebody singing a wrong note or something, it's only for that purpose, technically. That's what I use it for. But, of course, people go overboard.
You get the whole song.
Yeah, the whole song.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's, like I said, when you're being raised in a different genre and music is different. And auto-tunes didn't pop up in my life till about, like, end of college. Like, I didn't really hear auto-tunes like that. So
but
now,
you know what? It's always been around, though.
Oh, really?
It's been around from, like, the 80s.
Teach me.
It's been around. I mean, like, it really started, it really got mainstream when Cher used it. Remember Cher?
Yeah, I remember Cher.
She used it. What was that song she had? Do you believe in love? She used that.
Oh, that was auto-tune?
She used auto-tune on that song.
Okay.
And that was like what made it mainstream.
Oh, wow.
So after that, that's when people started using it.
Okay.
And then that's when like the auto-tune artists started to come out, like T-Pain.
Yeah.
So, but she's really like the one who really like started using it.
Okay. So it's not true that people just use it because people can't sing. Because when I hear auto-tunes, I automatically be like, well, this person must can't sing, and they're just trying to make that dollar.
It's people who use it that can sing.
Okay.
Like Chris Brown uses it. He can sing.
He's just cute. You're a producer, so you're looking at him a whole different way than I look at him.
How do you look at him? Kanye is my favorite artist right now.
Okay.
Like, I love Kanye. Probably since he ever came out. Like, that's my dude.
I like the first College Dropout.
Yeah? You don't like his other album?
I do. That was my favorite though, because I used to listen to that. I used to travel back and forth from home a lot. I used to play it over and over again. Yeah.
I still love that album. I love all his albums. But yeah, that's like my dude, man.
Okay.
Like, you can't get no more creative than that dude.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
It's hands down. Like, I mean, he's paved the way for a lot of people. Like, pretty much like culture. Like, everybody has like took something from this man.
That's true.
You can't deny that. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's crazy. And like with him, like his life is in the public eye every day. Mm-hmm. So it's only so much like a person can take, you know. So, you know, when you see him do certain things or say certain things, even though he's crazy sometimes, and you know he may go about stuff the wrong way sometimes. I get it, okay. But he's right. You know, like he says the real. Yeah. That stuff that people are scared to say. You know, I applaud him for that.
I do too. I agree with you. I actually had this debate with somebody about Kanye and how he handles himself and the things he says. Yeah. And I was straight up like, okay, fine, it may offend you, but he's telling you exactly what you don't want to hear that you already know. Yeah. You can be mad.
Yeah, I think he says the right stuff. I think the way he says it sometimes isn't the right way. So it kind of offends people. Yeah. But a lot of times people need to hear it. And they need to hear it that way. Yeah. Because people be on some bull. Yeah. And they don't want to hear the truth. And, you know, they want to sweep stuff under the rug. And let's be real, you know?
Well, I look at it like this. He has come out and said a lot of things about a lot of people, and look at him now. It didn't, like, you got mad, you cried, and then you went right back to him. Right. Because you can't help but respect his craft.
Honestly, like, look at Taylor Swift. Do you think Taylor Swift would be this huge right now if he didn't do what he did?
Exactly. No,
honestly. Like, she...
Well, I'll say this because... I'll say this. She wouldn't have been where she is in a certain culture if it wasn't for him. Because, you know, another whole set of culture probably would have taken her. Yeah.
It's true. I think, I mean, he definitely, like, gave her more of, like, I don't want to say street cred, but kind of.
Say it.
And, like, in the urban market, too. Mm-hmm. You know, he's an urban artist. She wasn't an urban artist.
Exactly.
Like, she was like a country artist at the time.
Right.
You know, so, hell, now she got a record with Kendrick Lamar. Like, come on.
That's what I said. I said the same thing. Like, when did you jump over? Like, you know what I mean? But because she had to stay relevant, like, everybody needed to know who she was. Why did he diss her the way he dissed her? Then when we realized who she was, she's all of a sudden, like, you know.
But you know what? I don't think he even dissed her. I think it was the point of... Again, he does stuff out of compulsive,
at the wrong time.
But it was right though. Yeah, you know, like Beyonce did have the best video over her video. Yeah. Like, I don't think she should have won that award.
Now, before I say my statement, this was at the MTV Music Awards, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, with that though, MTV, I mean, the history of MTV was like the first black artist they had was Michael Jackson.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So it never really was geared for us.
Yeah.
In a way, you know what I mean? Like, if you really think about it, like, okay, we'll give you these little pebbles, but...
Well, that's where every show, though, if you really think about it.
Oh, really?
Like,
okay.
Every show is political. And I hate to say it, but they're white shows. Mm-hmm. You know, they're typically white shows. Like, if you really think about, you know, Billboard Awards, the Grammys, the MTV Music Awards, all of these award shows, who typically wins the awards? You know?
Yeah, it's true.
It's never really a black artist winning the most important award.
It's true.
It's never.
Yeah.
And that should tell you something. That's like, we live in a world and we live in an industry where it's not fair.
Yeah. Future for Mr. James Worthy.
What's in the future?
Well, I know what you're doing. I know the moves you're making with your writing and artists you have. But I mean, for yourself, where do you see yourself like when you're 30? Do you want to keep doing this, or do you want to, you know, because you're independent, correct?
Yeah, okay. I'm independent. Pretty much, just building a brand. Okay. You know, just building my production company, which is Dream Music Group. Okay. That's my production company. Just signing new acts, more film scoring, getting into more films, acting wise, more modeling, mainstream modeling and acting. You know, just more of the brand. You know, the James Worthy brand. You know, I pretty much do everything of entertainment. So you know, it's just me. You know, I might take a A&R position. You know, I love finding new talent.
That's cool.
You know, I'm a very creative person. I'm not the typical producer. You know, I don't really fall into what's hot or what's popular. You know, I've never been like that, even from the beginning of my career. I've never been like that, you know, because, you know, even with who I work with, I'm very strategic and picky on who I work with, because my thing is, when you listen to my product, I want it to be where you can hear this record over and over and over, and from 5 to 10 years to 20 years from now. You know, I want longevity.
Okay.
You know, it's not, you know, about having a hot record today and it's gone next week. I'm gonna give you some homework.
Okay.
I got an artist that I work with. His name is Ray Fonder.
Okay.
He's an R&B artist, and he raps as well. But we did a whole EP last year called Blank Canvas, and it's like it's a real melodic R&B project.
Okay.
You know, it's real melodic. I produced the whole project. It's online. You know, go check it out.
Okay.
It's called Blank Canvas by Ray Fonder. And it's real smooth, real melodic, just real soulful kind of stuff. You know, it's like it puts you in like that feel good mood.
Okay.
You know, it's dope.
Okay, I'm listening to it. I'm gonna let you know.
You're gonna love it, trust me.
All right, we'll see. We'll see if it's something I can ride to and like listen to when I'm cleaning. You know, I'm old school.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I like clean on Sundays and
Yep.
you know, have a drink, just listen to some loud music and just, you know, get with life. But if it's something I can do that too, I'm gonna let you know, and I'm gonna let my audience know too.
Yeah, go get it. Go get it. Blank Canvas, Ray Fonder.
One segment is called Word from Word.
Okay.
I'm actually one word, and you tell me the first word that comes in your mind.
Okay.
Okay. We'll start with power.
Power. That's hard. That's a power.
Got him.
That is hard. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something within power.
First thing that comes to your mind when you think of power.
Life.
There you go. It's a good answer though, because life is power.
Yeah.
Religion.
Sacrifice.
Whew. I thought you was going to say music, tell you the truth. But sacrifice
In religion?
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah. I mean, because any music can really be spiritual. It can bring you to your core.
That's true.
You know, like Buddha said.
I say sacrifice because in religion sometimes you have to give and take and sacrifice certain things to go within that religion.
Yeah.
You know, people do that.
They do. They do. Yeah, we'll move forward on that. Money.
Wealth.
Okay. Soul.
That's hard.
Trying to hit you.
Feeling.
Say it again.
Feeling.
Feeling. Okay. 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 Beauty.
Beauty. Expression.
Okay. Okay. And last, of course, music.
Creativity.
Good answer. Good answer. Well, that's it for me, Mr. Worthy. And I do thank you for coming out to show my show.
Thank you for having me.
You
It was
are welcome.
fun.
Come anytime. You're more than welcome.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna take you up on that.
I'm this
You gonna have
serious.
fun.
All right. Bring Chris Brown with you next time.
Yeah, man. We be working.
Yeah. So is that recorded in here?
Yep. He recorded everything here. Everything.
So
The whole mixtape we recorded here.
how long does it typically take to do like one song?
It depends. It really depends. Ain't no telling. It all depends on how the vibe is and how much we got done. You know,
Yeah.
it could take an hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours. My goal is I'm trying to get on those overseas charts right now. You know, I have one record in the UK that's on the charts over there, but I'm trying to get more of those. You know, and even bigger records. You know, because my goal next year is to get nominated for a Grammy.
Crazy things always getting excited. She get on top and ride slow, she know just how